Hey you guys, I just thought I would be a little bit of a goofball here and show you my zombie apocalypse survival kit. Now, obviously, I'm not actually worrying about the impending zombie apocalypse. I'm not one of the people who's actually worried about that. But in a survival thing where I had to, jump out of my house and get in my car, run away, these would probably be the items I would take. Stop at the top and work my way down. First off, on the top is that is a Mossberg Model 835 Tactical Turkey. That is a 12 gauge shotgun. I like it a lot. There's a few things I'm not crazy about, but there's a lot of stuff I do like. It does have the pistol grip, which is really comfortable, and it has, you can see here, it's got the extendable storage here, so you can have an extra 5 shells on the buttstock. And then it's got, can't really see it too well, but it's got fiber optic sights on the front and the rear, which really pop out in low light situations, which is nice. Moving down, this is a cold steel two-handed kukri machete. This is kind of a best of both worlds design. You can see it's got the long handle, kind of like an axe, and then it's got the thin blade, kind of like a machete. So you've got the chopping abilities of the axe, but then you've also got kind of a slicing ability like like a machete. Speaking of machetes, this is just a basic Gator, or a basic Gerber. I believe it's the Gator Junior. It's not too big, but if I had the big guy here, if I had the cold steel kukri, I probably wouldn't need a huge machete, so I would think something a little smaller like that would probably suffice. Next, we've got a K-Bar Companion. This is a really cool knife, very, very heavy duty, very rugged, huge thick blade. It's like 1/4 of an inch thick, so I cannot imagine too many situations where that would not work pretty well. Flashlights, I've got 3 flashlights here. One, the furthest to the left, this is an Ultrafire. I don't know what the exact model is, but it's actually a pretty solid light. It only cost me about 15 bucks. It's rated at something ridiculous like 700 lumens. It's definitely not that bright. I would probably place it at about 300. That runs off of 18650 batteries, and overall it's really surprisingly good light for what it, especially for what it cost. Then I have a Phoenix, oh boy, I'm forgetting actually what the model number is on this. This is a Phoenix E21. This is not nearly as bright as either of these other lights, but it does run off of AA batteries, and it's a really well-made light, so that definitely counts for something. The ability in a survival situation to be able to get batteries easily would be huge. Moving over, I do have the Phoenix PD20, which I did a review on. Like that little guy a lot. Keep moving over. What's in those boxes, you ask? That is extra batteries. I've got 2 18650s for the Ultrafire, and I've got 4 CR123As for the Phoenix PD20. For a sidearm, I've got my Taurus. This is a PT-24/7 in 40 Smith & Wesson. And then I would also have, and this is important, a holster. This, you can't really tell exactly what that is, but that is a hip holster that I've got the straps all wrapped around it. I don't know about you guys, but every time I watch The Walking Dead, it drives me crazy to see everybody just sticking their guns in their waistbands without any holsters. I'm glad that they've remedied that in Season 3. So that would be what I'd have for a sidearm. The main reason I would go with that over my Beretta is really just capacity. I've got an extra 5 shots in this guy. With the extra magazine, that ends up being an extra 10 shots. That could be a big deal. Next, moving over, I've got paracord. I've got about 125 feet of it here. I'd probably grab more if I had it. This was just kind of what I had handy. Paracord, obviously, for a survival situation, hugely important. It's very lightweight, it's very strong. There's a lot of uses for it, and it doesn't take up a lot of space or a lot of weight, so it would be kind of a no-brainer to bring that along. Now, for the sort of more controversial part of this, I suppose you could say, I would take along, for a long gun, if I was just going to limit myself to 3 guns, something short range, a sidearm, something medium range, like a shotgun, and something a little bit longer range, like a rifle, I would take my Ruger 10/22. Reason being for this, it's really reliable, it's really accurate, it works well, it's comfortable, it's quiet, and you know what? I can carry 500 rounds in my hand without a lot of issues. So the ability to get ammunition and the ability to find that ammunition handy would be really, really huge in a survival situation. Plus, if we're going to go with the whole zombie apocalypse thing, if we're dealing with Walking Dead style zombies that you have to shoot them in the head anyway, a 10/22 is going to do just as much damage as an AK-47. So as long as you're not shooting, more than about 150 yards or so, I can't imagine a situation in a zombie apocalypse anyway that a 10/22 wouldn't work pretty darn well. Plus, I've got mine kind of tricked out. You can see I've got the Tapco extendable stock with a pistol grip, and then I've also got a BSA red dot sight, and then I've got two, oh boy, now I'm trying to remember the brand. Let's see, Butler Creek 25 round magazines, which are obviously, having capacity in a situation like that is pretty darn important. Plus, I've got the other 10 round that came with the gun. So, and then I've also got the front grip on here, which makes it a little bit easier to point around and a little bit easier to maneuver. But anyway, that is, like I said, my zombie apocalypse survival kit. Love to hear what you would have to say about it, what you'd change, what you'd keep, and let me know what you guys think. Thanks a lot.